Okay, let's now just move over back to the ground floor plan and just put in a few internal walls, and we're going to treat the walls as if there are no openings, just like we did the external walls, and we'll worry about them another time. So let's do that now. The wall is 95 because we measured, or 90 was it, or 95? We can just double check. There to there, it's 95. So we need a wall that's 95. I know we've got a 90, but we haven't got a 95. I'm not sure what will be making it like that. I think it may be a 75 stud wall with a 10 millimeter gypsum, or what they call it, plasterboard. This is what happened to the other one. When we added that 10 millimeter gypsum, it actually added another line, another sort of couple lines there to indicate that. So it depends if you want to see some. Oh, this one's a bit out as well, by the way. This here must have been a different setup. So in looking at this, something doesn't quite align. And then with measure ups, sometimes you have to decide now whether you should push this up or push that down, or what to make it line up with that wall. Sometimes with measure ups, you don't get everything lining up, and you have to make some concessions. But anyway, that's just one I found then. There's probably a few others. This one here lined up perfectly. So something's gone wrong with the measure up in this corner here. All right, something's not right. If I go back to AutoCAD for a minute, just have a look at that corner here. Here, you can see that this is probably not 260 across here. Distance from here to perpendicular there. It's 235. So somehow this wall shrunk around the corner. So something's gone wrong. So yeah. Anyhow, that's unlikely that it did, but okay. We can only go with the information we got. So let's go with the wall here. What I'm going to do, instead of having those double lines and all that, I'm just going to do a generic wall here. I'll probably still call it a start wall. So I might start with that. Go with a 90. Oh, what's a 70? Sorry. And this one I could modify and add those, the gyprock if I want to. And we could do that. Might be it's going to get a bit messy with so many lines. So I might just stick to the 90, like I said before, because it was something plain. It's not important to us. We're not going to get quantities or anything like that out of this. So with the other one, I could have just as well gone and modified the other one. So, and I can do this now, for example. If you have a look at this now, I can go and find my 260. Let's just find the 260 wall for a minute. And we can modify that. Here it is. So I could change this and I say, oh gee, I don't like to see that double line there. I could go here and just fudge it a bit differently. I could edit it now and say, okay, well, maybe I shouldn't have had that gypsum. It looks a bit too busy. So you could go and delete that and make this one 100 just to compensate for that, and see if that works. So let's have a look at that now and we'll go okay. You're getting cleaner sort of lines. You don't have to have that in there, so that might be a better option for you. I want to look at that corner, it's a bit funny, but yeah, it lines up a bit better. So maybe we'll do it that way and then incorporate the 10 millimeter gypsum into the actual stud. So let's go to 90 here, and we'll do a similar thing here, and we're going to incorporate the 5 mil into it. As a steel stud, let's go with a timber one just to be consistent, and edit and duplicate this, and we'll call this one stud timber 95. Okay, so save that, and that's the name of it. Edit that to make it 95 in here, and we're done. Simple as that. Okay, now we're ready with our 95s. We can just go along here, start anywhere. Again, you have to make sure you what you're doing here. We're doing the external face or whatever. So in this instance, I'm not sure how we're going to do it. We'll probably start with that. All right, so that's the finished face exterior. That's fine. We'll work with that height, whatever it is, level 1. Okay, so it's ready to go. Click here. And of course, the first thing I do I picked up the wrong side and it's going to the wrong side of the wall. So you just back out of that, escape once, come back here and start from the other side. And that'll push it over there. And there's a wall there, just drop it somewhere in there. And then just do the other wall from over here. Again, wrong one there. So you might want to, now this one I want to fudge a little bit because that sum doesn't add up there. So I'm just going to go from that corner there. So it's going to be a discrepancy there. And to here, it doesn't really, again, see there's some differences there. So we can look at that a bit later. I'll just put it there for now. Alright, so there's some, that wall there must be a different thickness. If I have a look at the distance there. Oops, I was typing DI, not an AutoCAD. This one is 110. So that there must be a brick wall. So I'm putting the wrong wall there. So, so yeah, this one here we'll probably have to go and change the wall. So this one here, maybe that it has to be a different wall, so we'll just delete that. For this one here, we'll probably have to go for, and it's one already made up here, so it should be a 110 wall. Oops, I'm looking at the wrong area there. 110 generic wall, or you can just get 110 brick, I think, as well. Here it is. So at least you know what it is. Go from there to about there, sort of thing. And now these are not going to line up, but it does trim it back to there once you put the brick in there. Okay, so that's the idea of that. I might leave it there and you can just work with those. This one's here, we have to measure them again. It might be like a 230 wall, you make it up, or there's usually a 230 wall in there anyway. So from there 260 that one is, so yeah, so we can use the original one for that one. Okay, so just keep using the ruler to measure it.